Hello and welcome to PowerBITrek tutorial for DAX. In this video, we will learn about first date and last date time intelligence stacks in Power BI. We will see how we can create calculated measures using these functions. And if you're not aware about the measures in Power BI, I would request you to please check out the previous videos of this playlist for detailed explanation about measures and calculated columns in Power BI. Also, we have created other two playlists for data visualization from basics to advanced, in which you will learn how you can design and format the visuals using formatting options in Power BI. And we have end-to-end Power BI dashboard design and creation tutorial in which you will learn how to create very interactive and dynamic dashboards for a given data set. So you will find the links for these two playlists in the description box. Please do check out that. And also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and share with your friends who want to learn Power BI and data analysis. So the data I'm going to use that is the financial data, which I used earlier in the previous videos. And we have a sales data, that is total sales per country level, per product, and per segment level. And also we had seen how to create the total sales amount for current month to date values and quarter to date and year to date. And also we saw how to create measures for previous MTD, QTD, and YTD. And also we saw same period last year, MTD, QTD, and YTD. So I would request you to please check out the previous video of this playlist so that you'll get a fair idea how we can calculate the MTD and QTD and YTD values. So here we will see the first date and the last date function. So these functions are actually used to retrieve the first and the last dates respectively from a given date column based on the current filter context. So let's suppose you have a data set which has the date column in it, and you want to retrieve the first date of the date column and a last date of the date column. You can achieve that using these two functions, that is first date and the last date. So let's create one measure so that we can retrieve these two dates actually from our data set. So we have a date column here, and if I show you the data, the table view for this, we have sales data, that is total sales, profit per segment, per country, and per product. So I'll just go to the report view, and I'll just create one measure to retrieve the first date of this date column in our data set. So I'll just go ahead and create a new measure. I'll just name this as first date, and I'll use the first date inbuilt Power BI function, that is first date here, and it takes one argument, that is dates. If you see, that returns the first non-blank date. So I'll just pass the date column in our data set, that is date. If you see the financial data, date. I'll just close this and hit enter. So this measure should return us the first date of the column that we have, that is a date column. So I'll just bring this here and I'll just convert this to the card. And you see, the first date we have in our data set, that is 1st of September 2022. And also we can verify that. I'll just show you what Excel sheet I'm using here. So let me open the Excel sheet. So I have already sorted the data, the date column from old to new. So if you see the first date we have, that is 1st of September 2022. So this is how you can fetch the first date from your data set using the first date function. So we'll see. Similarly, we can see how we can retrieve the last date of this date column in our data set. So I use the last date function here. So for that, I'll create a new measure, last date, and I'll just use the last date inbuilt function, that is last date here in Power BI, and it takes one argument, that is dates. So I'll pass the date column again. I'll just close this. Just hit enter. So this measure should return us the last date of your date column. So I'll just bring this in under the report. Convert this to the card. So now you see we have 10th of March 2024 as a last date in our data set date column. So we can verify that as well. Let me open the Excel sheet again. So I'll just drag this down. And if you see the last row has the date that is 10th of March 2024. So this is how we can uh, fetch the first date and the last date from your data set if it is has a date column. So another we will see how we can create a measure like suppose you want to look at the sales amount or the profit amount for the first day or last day. You can use that. You can achieve that using these two functions. So let me just create a new measure for this, and we will see what is our sales for the first day and the last day. So I'll just create a new measure for this again, and name this as first day sales. And for this, to calculate the sales amount, I'll use the calculate function. So I'm going to use calculate. So for calculate function, we have to pass the expression that is our sales column that we're going to calculate the sales. So I have already created a measure for the sales amount that is total sales. If you see here, total sales. So I'll just pass this total sales. There are two ways you can, since you have a date, since you have a column for sales, you can calculate the total sales in two ways. That is one sum of function using sum of sales, or if you have already created a measure to calculate the total sales, you can use that measure directly in this formula. So I'll use the total sales measure, which I have created already. If you see the total sales, this is a measure. So I already created to calculate the total sales amount. So I'll just filter this with the date. So for that, I use the first date function here. So I'm use the first date function, and I'll pass the date, that is date column. And I'll just close this. So this formula should return us the total sales amount for the first day. So I'll just hit enter, and I'll bring the first day sales here. So I'll just convert this to card. So we are getting 4.48 million. That is our first day sales. So I'll just convert this to thousand. So you can see the total value. Okay, I'll just reduce the size. It is 25. So you see, we have calculated the we have calculated the total sales amount for the first day, and we can validate that in our Excel with our Excel data. So let me go to the Excel sheet and open this. So first day. So in our data, that is first day, we have 1st of September. That we have multiple entries here for 1st of September. So we need to take the total sales amount for this 1st of September. So I'll just select this everything. from the sales column, and I'll see what value we are getting. That is 44 lakh 84,000, and it is matching with this value, that is 44 lakhs 84,000. So here we calculated the first day sales using the first date function, and similarly we can calculate the last day sales amount using the last date function. So for that I'll create a new measure. I'll name this as last day sales. Similar way, I will calculate the total sales amount, that is using the calculate function. I'll pass the total sales measure, and I will filter this with the last day. So I use the last date function and I'll pass the date column. I'll just close this and hit enter. So this should return us the last day sales amount. So I'll just bring here and just convert these to display units as none, and I'll make this as 25. So we are getting almost 9,322. This is the total sales amount for the last day of our data set. So we can verify that with the Excel sheet. So I'll just open the Excel sheet here and I'll show you the last date, that is 10th of March. And the total sales we have, that is 9,000 in the sales column, 9,322. So it's matching with our value. So this is how using this first date and the last date function, you can calculate the measure as per your need, and you can retrieve the first date and the last date from your data, from your date column, if you have a date column in your data set. So I hope this is clear, and if you like this video, please share with your friends and family and subscribe to the channel so that you'll get updates when we put the new videos. Thank you.